Hi, I'm Joe Polizzi, and this is the Content Inc. podcast. 5 minutes every Monday for content creators who desire to be content entrepreneurs. If making money with your content seems like an uphill battle, I have really good news for you. The 2023 Content Entrepreneur Research is out. Coaching, books, and online courses are the top 3 most profitable and most utilized tactics to monetize content. Turning your content into a printed book with Lulu has never been easier. Create a free account at lulu.com today. Hello, content people. You probably didn't know this, but I'm back from a week-long vacation in Nantucket, Massachusetts. Now, this was a bucket list item for my wife, who is a big fan of Ellen Hilderbrand books. And now, honestly, so am I. If you like fun vacation stories with a mystery angle, pick up one of her books, and most of her novels are set in Nantucket. I'm going to do a full review of my trip in my next newsletter, so if you'd like to read all about it, make sure you're subscribed to my random newsletter at joepolizzi.com. Now, on the last episode of This Old Marketing, Robert Rose and I did an office hours segment and answered questions from my LinkedIn community. There were a few questions we just didn't get to, and this one from Mary Rose McGuire, who I had the wonderful chance to meet at Creator Economy Expo in May, had this question to ask. She says, "How did you keep motivated when you were creating content yet few people were consuming it? Was there a point where suddenly things shifted and more people were engaging with your content, and what was that point?" Thank you so much, Mary. So a couple things that might help. Since I grew up in the publishing industry and knew how long it took to develop an audience that you could monetize, it made it much easier for me going forward. So just knowing that it takes 2 to 3 years for a media company to break even, by the way, pretty much the same for content entrepreneurs, gives you context to go forward. Now, knowing that means you're not going to get into a year and give up because you knew what you were getting into. So second, don't compare. You will simply go crazy if you start comparing yourself to anyone out there. There will always be someone out there doing it better, with more revenue, with more audience. You do you, okay? Third, you need some higher mission, in my opinion. If it's just about you making a living, that's totally fine. I know a lot of great content creators that just went out there, exploited an expertise area of theirs, and made millions and millions of dollars. Now, good for them. For me, I needed to know that I was making a real difference. And when I chose to go into the content marketing expertise area, I truly believed that if more companies around the world started to communicate more valuable, more relevant, and more consistent information to their customer base, the world would be a better place. Actually, I still believe that. So from 2007 to 2009, when my audience grew very, very slowly, I still could look at the small audience I did have and say that I was making a difference. So Mary, to answer the last part of your question, was there a point where things suddenly shifted? The answer to that was yes. Now, you might already know this, but in September of 2009, I almost gave up on everything. I just didn't know when we were going to break through and build enough audience to be successful. And I had 2 small kids at home and trying to take care of my family, and I wasn't doing a very good job of it financially. I ended up sticking with it, and in mid-2010, we came out of the financial recession and content marketing was hot. It was on fire. By 2012, it was scorching. And to give you an idea, we planned Content Marketing World in 2011 to have 100 to 115 in-person attendees in Cleveland, Ohio that year. We ended up having 660. And by 2015, we had 4,000, paying about $1,000 each to attend. We put in 3+ years of educating our audience about content marketing. Now that built the base. When more and more people started to search what that really was, we were right there to catch them with thousands of blog posts to help. So Mary, I'm sure you have some insight into what makes your industry go, but maybe people haven't found that yet. No one ever knows whether the market will turn in your direction, but you can set yourself up to succeed if it does. Now, the last thing I'll say is this. Whatever you do, diversify your revenues. Now, to survive, I did a ton of consulting, speaking, I sold books, I did research projects, I sold mini sponsorships, etc., just to keep the power on. Better yet, work on forming close relationships with companies that have budgets and will succeed if you succeed. Thanks so much for this wonderful question, Mary. If you'd like to submit a question for me to answer, just go to contentinc.io and submit one at your leisure. It's good to be back, but I gotta tell you, I miss Nantucket a little bit already. Until next time, keep your head up. Peace.